Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another push workout. And today I realized, the heavier pressing is getting tougher, and my front delts are actually really sore from doing a bunch of kettlebell swings yesterday. So I decided on the closed grip bench, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little more reps today with a lighter weight, just on 225. Do multiple higher rep sets and work on that. All right, because I'm about to ease into my full concurrent periodization, which means I'm going to have very clearly differentiated heavy and volume days, and eventually there will be dynamic effort work. For those curious, yes, I have bands, but band work needs to be used very sparingly for raw lifters, right? It's not something I think that you should be incorporating as a large majority of your training, and it needs to be done selectively, and that's going to be its own set of topics later. You always need to be doing your pause work and stuff though. In other words, even if you're doing speed bench with bands, you absolutely have to do pause work on top of it on your chest. You have to, or you're going to lose strength. So today I just worked with, again, reps of 225, and I went ahead and went a little further on the reps on the fourth set. And then I went to safety bar squats. Oh man. That's one of those things to where it's like, people were like, do safety bar squats, they said. Do them with high reps. It'll build your thoracic erectors, they said. It'll be fun, they said. You know what? I hate you guys right now. By that third set, I hated you. So just so that you guys know that. But we'll get into that in a minute. We got all this benching done. And yeah, again, a little bit more reps today than I'm used to doing, and that's okay, because it was higher reps on my press today also. So everything was really overall just higher reps for me. This is pretty much the extreme end of the rep range for me. I'll probably do mostly eights on my repetition method for my concurrent stuff later. And I will probably be focusing on a lot of doubles on the max effort. And the reason I say that is that there's good data that shows that doubles actually do give potentially more muscle activation than singles, even with just a hair lighter weight, even when you're dealing with comparable RPE. So I may not be doing a lot of 1 rep maxes. It'll be closer to 2 rep maxes, and they'll be daily maxes, be more of what I'm doing with it. You guys will see. I mean, it'll be fun. You guys will follow me on the journey. It's coming up. And when people say, like, how soon are you doing this? I'll be doing it by the end of the month. I have some stuff scheduled going on, and then I'll work it in coming up. Got some other matters I need to sort first, and I'm just preparing for it. So I would say probably back half of this month, right? So probably in another 9 or 10 days, I'll probably start it. But in a way, I'm easing that direction. Now, I am going to split it up slightly different. I am going to do it in the more traditional method for that, which means it's going to be bench and pressing based days, and then squat and deadlift based days, right? So it's going to be 4, and then I'm going to be doing more GPP on my off days. And I'm trying to work that in now. I'm trying to slowly work in things like the kettlebell swings, not necessarily for the full amount I'll be doing later, but I need to gradually work each performance element in. So things like adding GPP on top of going straight into concurrent work, it's all got to be done gradual. So like I've already added in small amounts of list cardio a couple weeks ago. I've started adding in kettlebell swings, especially on my off days more. And I'll probably mess with a little bit of GPP every day, and I'll do more of it on off days. I might even start filming some of it. So you might have 10, 12-minute videos of me doing kettlebell swings and talking about whatever, just so that people can see me actually doing GPP work. I might start doing that. So we might end up with 6 videos of me actually doing some sort of training every day again, like we did at the peak of the Bulgarian orc mode. So, and we're going to start calling it orc mode again, right? Because it's all about that mindset. And I'm going to have some videos I've already filmed discussing the training philosophy, the diet, all of that. Yeah, I am doing a very orky, very World of Warcraft orky diet right now. My diet relies pretty heavily on pork, bone-in meats, cheese, eggs, well, a lot of eggs, and the eggs aren't necessarily orky. They just work great for lower carb diets. And you guys know that. It's like I can be harsh on keto, and I've got other videos discussing some of that because I don't think it's safe for everyone, but a lot of people forget that I have done keto diets long term as a YouTuber. And quite frankly, I perform quite well on them. All right. Go back to that video. Remember when I did the 500 deadlift for 7 reps without a belt? All reset. Remember that? I was keto at that time. So it doesn't hurt my performance. But, man, I started doing that. I didn't even talk about these safety bar squats. I hate these things. I'm going to be incorporating them. They're going to be part of my concurrent work. I'm going to be using them for my good mornings, definitely, too. I love good mornings with a safety squat bar. One of the main uses I have for the bar. But, you know, what are we going to be doing for squats? I think for a strength athlete who isn't going to Olympic lift per se, I think these can replace front squats. I think you can replace front squats because we're using them for the same purpose, right? And I like front squats, don't get me wrong. And it's not to say I might not do front squats because, again, you do need some exercise variation when you get into really hard concurrent training sometimes to break things up. But I feel like the safety bar squats are going to give me a lot of versatility there. And I always have the option of doing some box work, particularly if it comes to speed work. I might need to do box squats for the speed work, but I will need to be doing normal, conventional, old, regular barbell back squats on those same weeks. Because again, you have to train your main movements. That's a point that has to be stressed for anyone who is not going to go compete in equipped powerlifting. You better have your staple movements even when you're doing concurrent work, and you better do them every week. Whether it's your max effort or your repetition work, you damn well better do them. And if you're doing something else for a dynamic effort, you have to do your main lifts on your max effort days. Even if it's for a bunch of back off triples, you have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to detrain those movement patterns. Right? You're going to detrain those movement patterns. It's great to get all around strong. It's great to get really brutally strong at your variations. But you damn well cannot neglect your primary movements to do so. It's not in your best interest. You need to be progressing on those big movements, your primary movements, whatever they happen to be. Maybe they're not the conventional big 3. But they better be close approximations. They better be something that works as well. Then I did 4 sets of the press. Man, by this 4th set, I was petered out. Usually I've been doing 3 sets with this weight, right? And after benching, it's been tough. That's one thing that, you know, some people ask me, I should clarify that since I'm almost done with this exact split. People are asking, why do you do the squat after the bench? So that I can separate my 2 pressing exercises and I don't have to do them back to back. That's it. That's the only reason. So to have a little bit of a break, that's it. And because I'm rebuilding after detraining my lower body, after pulling that erector, I'm not at my body's maximum work capacity on the squats, right? I might be at where my strength is allowing at the moment while I'm regaining it. I'm not at my maximum capacity, so it actually isn't really affecting me. In other words, the benching isn't hurting my squatting first. So it's not really a big deal. That's the only reason. And you do need to do that, by the way. If you're going to run a similar movement pattern in the same workout, you need to split them up. That's one reason bro splits are really so ridiculous in their own right. So if you're going to bench and press in the same day, and let's say you're doing upper body only, you might want to do your rowing before the press so that you get your triceps and delts, front delts get a little bit of a break so that you can actually be a hair stronger on that other movement. Right? The same argument people make against full body all the time. Oh, you're too tired by the end. You're too tired. It's like the same people will do 2 pressing exercises back to back. And it's like, do you not understand the stupidity? You don't understand the cognitive dissonance there? You're going to be too tired to work with maximum weights from the second press exercise if you do 2 of them in a row also, aren't you? Yeah? Something people don't always think about. It's, you know, I don't know. But, you know, that's the thing. You know, when you explain something like that to someone, once they realize it, then they can't unrealize it. And I think it can create a certain amount of freedom in your training too, of realizing, hey, I can do 2 heavy presses and go all out in the same workout. I just need to separate them with something. Hey, it's okay to squat before doing my other exercises. You know, you're always going to be a little fatigued, because we're always doing multiple exercises in the same workout, unless you're doing a training system to where you have just the same, you do a single exercise day, like a deadlift only day. You're always doing multiple exercises. You're always going to be more fatigued. You just have to organize it accordingly, right? That's all we can do. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.